Hello, it's Coach Louise, and I wanted to just share my screen with you here in a second and just talk to you about Shakeology. And we're going to go through a resource, and I want to just quickly go through it to give you some information on, and I'll share the link in the comments below or in this email, and that you so that you can click into it and do a little more research because you should be an informed consumer, no matter what you are eating or drinking. You should know, you should be looking at the label, you should be looking at what the ingredients are, and the quality of that, and whether it is harming or healing, because not all food is good food, and whether you're getting a good nutritious balance of what you are taking in. So let me share my screen, and so you'll see this is in your teambeachbody.com when you log in, and if you click on Shakeology and why Shakeology, you'll come to this page here. And so it provides tons of great information on what it's all about. Shakeology definitely has protein, but it is so much more than that. It is not a protein shake, it is a superfood shake. It is a nutrition shake. So I'm going to go through a little bit of that. Before we do, I just want to say this lady here, this is Isabella Deichler. She is the co-creator, so her and Darren Oline, who is the author of The Super Life, a great book. You should check that out as well, Google that. But they created this shake, and Isabella Deichler here, she formulated this out of her own necessity for health issues. She had really severe chronic fibromyalgia, to the point where she found herself not even being able to get up her one-step stoop into her own home. She was just so beriddled with pain, just in daily function. So she was formulating on and had gone to doctors, and they couldn't pinpoint what was her problem, and they really just wanted to throw drugs at her and throw medicine at her. And she is a naturopath. She is very holistic, and so she wanted to formulate her own. So she was getting all these different ingredients, plant-based ingredients, and formulating her own shakes. And she has actually created shakes for different companies. And what ended up happening with those shakes is the corporate gurus would compromise the ingredients for the bottom line, and it just crushed her. And she ended up leaving those companies because she was not in line with that. She created a shake to help people with their health. And when you cannot ensure the quality and the potency of the ingredients, even though you can say that on the bag, then she wanted no part of that, because it became more about the bottom line, the health of the company versus the health of the people, the consumers. So when her husband is actually one of the founders of Beachbody, and he had asked her to formulate a shake for their company, and she's like, I'm not doing it. The only way I will do it is if you guarantee and commit that we are not going to compromise the quality for the dollar. So that's the commitment that was made, and it's been I think it's 20 years now that they have ensured, and I'll go through a little bit of that further down. So so it becomes, this is a shake that you can trust. So what they say is in the bag, and the potency of what is in the bag is in the bag, and they do a lot of quality control testing. So it is a shake you can trust, and the nutrition that your body actually needs. So it's more than just protein. So there's lots of benefits from Shakeology. Obviously, you're going to feel better. Your body craves nutrients, and a lot of times we take our cravings and we think it is carbohydrates or caffeine or sugar, or crunchy salty chips or ice cream, and I love lots of those things, all those things. But what our body truly is craving is the nutrients that it's not getting, even when you're eating healthy. So in the shake provides all those things, and we'll kind of run through them really quickly, or the categories of them. So it helps your body to be able to fire on all cylinders. Now, you can lose weight, but this is not a diet shake. But it does, in combination with healthy eating or better eating and exercise, you can lose weight. This would be considered a snack if you're just drinking it on its own, because it's only 160 calories. So that is not a meal. It's not a meal replacement shake. Now I do in my own, I like to eat 4 meals a day. If I'm just drinking the shake with, say, water, then I may call it a meal or a snack. But what I encourage people, if they're going to make it one of their meals for the day, is to add in fruit and add in a vegetable to it, or a healthy fat like a nut butter or avocado. And then that truly makes it a meal replacement shake. But it on its own, it is not a meal replacement. But for 160 calories, you get packed with nutrients. That's why it's called a nutrient dense shake. So this is a nutrition shake versus a weight loss shake or a meal replacement shake. It's where nutritious meets delicious. So it's meant to help you curb, one of the benefits is curb cravings. It has a low glycemic index value, which means that it does not cause, it has a lower blood glucose response in your body. So it doesn't cause this big sugar spike like that can happen with some comparative shakes out on the market where there are sugars in it. This does have some natural sugars. There's things like jackfruit, there's organic cane sugar, just some of the other fruits that are in here, come obviously with natural sugars to it, but the glycemic index is low so that it doesn't create a crash that you normally get from like junk food that has all that bad sugars in it. Supports healthy energy. So usually when we are getting that mid-morning or mid-afternoon slump, we reach for a cup of coffee. And I love coffee. I love the taste of coffee. But usually what your body is actually missing is nutrients. I will say though that if you're not sleeping, getting proper sleep, or you're not hydrating properly, it could also be that where your energy is low. So in the clients that I coach more one-on-one, I ask, what is your sleep like? Because when you're not getting sufficient amount of sleep, there are two hormones that you have. And when you don't get a sufficient amount of sleep, it affects the creation or production of these hormones. There's a hormone that triggers hunger, and there's a hormone that triggers satiation. So when you're sleep deprived or you're not getting sufficient amount of sleep, the hunger hormone increases, the satiation or feeling satisfied, that hormone decreases. So when you're tired, it triggers that you need energy. And a lot of times we reach for coffee or sugar or carbs. So sleep will help with that. And then also when you're dehydrated, obviously your body is low on energy. It needs water to be able to function. So I always encourage, when you're feeling tired or feeling hungry, drink some water first for sure. And then the other thing is, when you're having your Shakeology every day, you're going to get those nutrients. You're obviously going to drink it with some water. So you're going to get that, and you're going to feel having just more natural energy. And then the benefits of overall health, because this is why we're here. This is not a quick fix. This is not a diet. This is not a fad. This is real nutrition, moving your body and doing it in a way that creates this lifestyle. So we want the overall health benefits. Your body regenerates cells like all the time. And if you've ever heard the statistic, like in 7 to 8 years, your whole body has regenerated all of its cells, with the exception of like your nervous system, your eyes, they don't regenerate. But most everything else, every cell dies off and regenerates. So if you are not feeding your body and you're at a cellular level the nutrients that it needs when it's regenerating, those cells are not going to be optimal. So think, if you're just feeding your body processed foods, lots of sugar, that's where, when those cells are recreated, that contributes to a lot of the health issues that we're having, like cancer and diabetes and heart disease, some of the biggest contributors to premature deaths in our country. So the fact that you are feeding your body this nutrient-rich shake supplement, then that when your cells are recreating, you are recreating a healthy body. And then obviously supporting healthy digestion. There's your brain and then your gut brain. The two talk to each other, and it's important to have a healthy digestive system for a lot of reasons, but that sends signals out to your body and how it performs and in your mood, and how you, you know, are mentally healthy. So it's important that you have things like the prebiotics, the probiotics, and the digestive enzymes. So there's live digestive enzymes in Shakeology, so you never want to heat it up. And then, you know, the prebiotics and the probiotics. Prebiotics are like a dietary fiber. Those are things you help, they're nutrients that you feed the bacteria in your gut. Probiotics are actually live bacteria. So you can take in some probiotics to make sure that you have a good to bad bacteria cell ratio in your body, because you need them both in your gut. And a lot of the times, if we're eating a lot of junk food and a lot of processed food and lots of sugar, the bad bacteria loves the sugar and will thrive on it and will take over your gut. And that's not good. And that's why we have a lot of digestive issues with a lot of other things, because again, the gut is signaling a lot of responses in your body other than just digest my food. And so probiotics are live bacteria you can get from yogurt and like from fermented foods. But if the probiotic that you're taking and ingesting isn't the strain that's going to be able to live through your stomach acid, then it's not going to get to your gut. So it's hard for me to say. The lactobacillus, I can hardly say that one, is the only one that's going to make it through your stomach acids, and that's the kind that's in Shakeology. So if you didn't know that and you're taking in a probiotic, make sure it is that lactobacillus. There you go. Because otherwise you're just wasting your money. You're taking a probiotic that's not going to get to your gut. Okay, so those are the benefits. Great benefits. It's a very potent blend, and like I said, they ensure that it is formulated so that what they say you're getting on the bag, and the potency of what you're getting with each of the ingredients, and then the synergy that happens between some ingredients working with others is in there. And they do a lot of quality control testing. There's 1,900 tests for every batch of Shakeology that is created, that is formulated. And it's not an exact exaggeration. They do this to ensure the integrity and the potency of the formula. Like I said, with Isabella Deichler that created this, that was her, if I make this, this has to happen. So, and they've maintained that. It's created with ingredients that are harvested globally. So from all different farms and areas around the world. Darren O'Lean, the other creator of Shakeology, is called the Superfood Hunter, and he goes around the world looking for the best ingredients that not only help the farmers in that area, so promoting that small farmer, cooperation, but also making sure that it is grown in a way that's going to meet the standards that they're looking for. There's lots of different flavors. Now there's two formulas. There's a whey formula and a plant-based formula, pea protein, that is dairy-free. So you have those options. I'm dairy intolerant. And so I do better with the plant-based ones, the formula. And then you have different flavors, chocolate, vanilla, cafe latte, strawberry. You can get them in different packets and different combination of packets. And there is a bottom of the bag guarantee. So this is something that you won't get from many companies, or if you go and get a shake or a smoothie from a juice bar or whatever, if you drink and you consume the entire bag of Shakeology and you decide, yeah, I'm not really feeling it, I'm not getting the benefits from it, you can return the empty bag and get your money back. So that is like a no risk. Try it and get the benefits, and just do something really, really good for your body. And know that if you absolutely aren't in love with it at the end of that, drinking that, then you can get your money back. So I will share this in the comments the link to be able to go in here, and so that you can dive into it a little bit deeper on your own. I love people when they're resourceful. You want to be informed as a consumer of everything, you know, whatever you're putting in your mind, you're putting in your body, and just ensuring that it is the right thing for you. All right, so if you have any questions, definitely let me know.